Welcome back to another video. Okay, as you can see by the drone footage, I set up the rooftop tent during the day. I am sleeping in here tonight, and I wanted to show you the setup in the dark. If you want a couple of camping hacks for fall, late fall, even leading into winter time, then stick around, because I'm staying in the tent tonight. I'm gonna wait for this gorgeous sunset to drop, then we're gonna get this all set up, get in the tent, and have ourselves a nice fall camping night. Here we go. Can you guys see anything? Let's take this one over here. All right, there. Okay, can you see me? I just crawled up into the tent. I'm gonna plug the LED strip light in so that you can see what's going on in here. Let's get that plugged in, and then you can see what's going on inside the rooftop tent. Okay, there we go. That's the nice thing about this. And the power pack is at 100%, which is great. I'm gonna plug this in to the LED strip light, and whoa, look at that. Okay, now we're good to go. We got lots of lighting. I can turn this headlamp off. You can see the LED light just lights this thing right up. But after you get all settled in, you don't need it to be that bright, then I can use this little lamp. It just folds up. Nice little compact unit. I love this little guy. More or less set up in here. Got the sleeping bag, my pillows. I did up the side panels. Right above the ceiling panels are closed. I left them open a little bit on the sides to vent. I put my Thermarest, my self-inflating air mattress, underneath the foam mattress that it comes with. I had mentioned that in the video I did a couple of weeks ago when I did the setup of it, and we had found the first time that we used it that it was pretty comfortable, but a little bit more cushioning would have been better. So I took both of my sleeping pads, slipped them underneath the foam mattress that I'm on right now, and already I can tell the difference just from that little extra padding underneath, which should actually help with some insulation as well, because I've got that air pocket barrier. I'm not just directly on the foam. There's tons of these little loop tabs that we can hang stuff up. You know, I can take my glasses off, put them on there. There's lots of little pockets and stuff to put my phone and your watch and all of those things. I'm gonna show you now a couple little things that you can do to help keep you warm, and I'm also going to talk about the clothing that I wear when I'm actually in the sleeping bag and it's time to crash at night in cold weather, to keep you safe, to keep you warm, and keep you dry. Let's head down to the tailgate. You know what's coming up. Maybe you don't. That's all right. It's pretty cozy in here at the moment. When you're doing this, you need to be careful. This happened to me many years ago. I'm boiling the water to put in the Nalgene bottle. This is the Nalgene brand water bottle. I've used these for years. I trust them. It doesn't leak. I made the mistake one time of doing this same thing, and without the cap on, I lifted it up by the little tab, but because of the heat it made it soft, and this actually popped off. The water bottle dumped over and spilled onto my foot. Boiling water. This was when I lived in Banff, Alberta. Good thing we were beside the river, because I had to actually run into the river to put my foot into the icy river to prevent myself from getting blisters from the burn. So just keep that in mind. Don't lift this up just by the tab if you've got boiling water in there. All right, let's get back up top and I'll show you why I've got these two nice warm, oh my goodness, that feels good, water bottles. There we go. Got the setup. Put these two water bottles. These are nice and tight. I know they're not going to leak. I've used these water bottles for years and they do not leak. Nalgene, if you're listening, send me a water bottle. I deserve it after burning my foot. Cozy. Now, I think you get the point what the water bottles are for. I've done this before. I think the coldest night that I've slept when I was in the mountains was -28 Celsius, I believe. It was almost -30 Celsius up in the Rocky Mountains in Canada. And I had a -30 sleeping bag, down-filled sleeping bag at the time. I had all the gear. And we did an alpine trek, and we stayed overnight. A little bit of a mixed climb, a little bit of ice climbing and mountaineering and stuff like that. Nothing too extreme, but that was sort of a lifestyle at the time. So this is going to stay warm for a while. Tonight it's not, I don't even need this, but I just want to show you what you can do. The nice thing with this, you can move these around. So I'll put one at the foot end, keep my feet warm, and then a second one that I'll have somewhere around the midsection. You can put it around your lower back if you're sleeping on your side. You can move it around, and just this little bit of heat can make a huge difference throughout the night, especially when it's extreme cold conditions. Whenever I'm sleeping overnight in the cool weather. So I've already got my toque. I don't need the headlamp, obviously. So I've got my toque because that's trapping a lot of heat right here, top of my head, you know, your extremities, your feet, your hands, your head. You got to keep those warm. That's going to help to keep your body warm. I have another pair of dry, warm socks. I've had these in my jacket this whole time. So these are actually warm from my body heat, and I'll change socks, get into a dry pair of warm socks, and when I get into the sleeping bag, that way I don't have any moisture against my skin. Dry equals warm. Just keep that in mind. I can't stress that enough. If you're dry, you're going to be warm. Alpaca socks. They had hats, they had mitts, they had everything else. So I had looked at these for a while, actually, last year. Angela got a pair, and so I went for it. I got a pair, and let me tell you, I was already wearing these earlier today. And it's like, you know, I love my merino wool. Not to say these are better, but it was like putting a little bit of heaven on your feet. I'm going to leave the information of where I got these from in the description. You guys hear that? Can you hear that? I don't know if you're going to pick that up on the camera. Can you hear that? That's the coyotes. Can you hear that? I've mentioned that before. Well, I hope they can't climb ladders. They are literally in the field right behind where I'm at. They are so close. I'm sure you picked that up on the camera. Anyways, okay, let's get back to sleeping alone with a pack of coyotes. Well, at least we're up the ladder. All right, I'm gonna put one of them down at the foot end of the sleeping bag. That's just gonna preheat it right now. I'll let it sit there and do its thing. The second one, I'll make sure these are nice and snug. I'll put that somewhere about the middle. I can get rid of my puffy coat because I'm not really cold at the moment, and I'm just gonna get right into the sleeping bag. Oh, look at that. Now, one water bottle is down at my feet, and let me tell you, as soon as I put my feet into the sleeping bag, wow. And with these dry new alpaca socks, we'll see how those do through the night. Once I get this zipped up fully, I am so warm right now. This is just perfect. This sleeping bag has the full hood on it, and I have been in situations where I've had to actually zip this right up and then put a scarf or something over my face, because, you know, when you're into minus 20 something camping, then there you go. We're gonna dim things down. Oh, the water bottle's right against my back. It's so warm. There we go. And lights out. All right, now we're there we go. Let's see what happens. I could probably hang these from one of the hooks and just configure it this way somehow. There we go, that's not too bad. Well, there you go. I'm gonna wrap this one up for now. I'll see you guys in the morning. The tent is all set up. I got all of the hatches closed. I do have the side vent cracked a little bit on both sides. I have a little bit of a breeze coming through, but not enough that it's gonna cause me to get a chill or anything. The two water bottles are just amazing. One against my back, the other one are at my feet, and that's it. So all right, good night, guys. We'll see you in the morning. Okay, I made a coffee. You guys have seen me make coffee and boil water enough times. Got a coffee. I gotta get rolling because we have other commitments early this morning. So it was a beautiful night. Not a breeze. A couple of coyote friends came to visit a couple of times. That's all right. And just wanted to show you the setup at night and how it works camping in the rooftop tent. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that video, and I'll get out soon. Take this Jeep and the tent out somewhere, an adventure, and as always, I'll see you on the next. Here's another one for you. Go for a wee before you climb up the ladder and get into your sleeping bag. Yeah, just saying.